love me, yeah, they love me. First love yourself. For that, and God we trust me. I don't trust myself. Your jewelry, I get it took. No
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Florida, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They'll also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. I'm Treasure Wilson, a.k.a. Stat Baby, along with your hosts, Mase and Cam.
What's good, man?
Everything good. How you doing, man?
Good. You looking sharp.
Likewise, another ring to match the glasses. I never seen nobody do it, man. The wedding ring stunt. Another ring to match the glasses. Every ring matches the glasses. That's a stunt, man.
I'm feeling rich, you know?
You've been feeling rich for a long time, man. It's been a couple decades, more than that, man.
Okay, so before we even get into the questions, I'm hearing some things, and I don't know if people know, so I figured I might as well ask y'all, which is a crazy statement to even ask, but I'm going to ask y'all. I'm hearing that y'all are about to get Roc-A-Fella from Dame Dash. Is that true? Straight to it. Is that true? It's actually Ask Cam and Mase today.
Let's just say, Killer, I did for $20. Times, who knows how much? Let's just say hypothetically, right?
Yeah, hypothetically.
Oh, man.
Hypothetically.
Would that be like
hypothetically, did it happen?
I have a secret. I might want to tell you I've been working on.
Okay, me too.
You do. But let's just say if I did know something, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to answer that right now, Stat. Hypothetically, it might have happened already. Hypothetically.
Would that be a grandmaster chess move?
I'm just doing business, bro. I'm not here. I'm not here trying to play games or chess against anybody. I'm here solely for businesses. I'm not on the chessboard with anyone. Anyway. I'm just here to solely do business the proper way.
Man.
That's pretty much it, man.
So since you're here to do business, allegedly.
You know what's crazy? Why we act like we're not together? But guys, listen, I'm here to do business, hypothetically speaking.
Of course we're doing business together, you know, whatever business that is. I feel like rubbing the Birdman hands, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely a Birdman hand rub right here,
I love it when a plan come together.
Yeah,
but let's just say...
about 20 years in the making.
Yeah, if we did. Would you think, would you, since we're doing business, who would you sell it to?
Right now, I just probably will hold on to it for a little while.
Like the Wu-Tang album?
Yeah. Exactly, man. I think I'm going to hold on for a little while.
So we bought the Reasonable Doubt, you'll hold it for a little while.
Yeah, I mean, what would you like to do? I mean, it's because got to realize what we got in our possession, hypothetically in our possession.
Yeah,
it's a classic, man.
It's a classic.
It's a classic, and to be like, you know, it's ours.
Yeah,
hypothetically. People can come talk to me. I'm on business. People come talk to me, but I don't know at this point, right? The phone's open. The phone line is definitely open.
Do you mind if I say who I was selling to?
Oh, no, not at all.
Oh, I was thinking, this morning, if I had it,
hypothetically speaking.
sell it to? First, I was thinking, man, I'll probably sell it to Drake. Drake probably would want to buy it from me.
Okay.
Hypothetically,
yeah. Drake could definitely be interested.
Yeah.
Drake was trying to buy Evander Holyfield's earlobe. Pause.
Beast in the ear. Yeah, Drake. You a wild boy for that.
Drake is out here copping shit. He bought Pharrell's his skateboard chains. I actually done some business with Drake. I'll let him announce it, whatever he wants to announce it. But he's out here copping shit. He's definitely copping. And you know what? Shout out to Chubbs too, OVO Chubbs. When I was like, we was doing business with Drake, and I was like, I don't want to, I can't let this go for this price. And OVO Chubbs said, you can't offend us.
Yeah.
I said, I'm telling you, I'm gonna want something unreasonable. We say, you know what, Cam, if it's like that, write it down the paper and slide it over like the mob.
So that's what I think I'll do. Hypothetically, I'll go to the brunch the next time.
Okay.
And I'll do something good for hip hop.
All right.
I'll sell it back to the original owners.
Okay, that's what you think about?
Yeah, and be a hero instead of a villain with it.
That'd be pretty nice. That's a pretty nice guy.
Yeah.
The bigger person.
Yeah, be the bigger person.
That's what's up.
I'll sell it back.
Stout, holla at me, man.
And be the bigger person,
Stout, holla at me, man.
Do it for hip hop,
Yeah, that's what's up. That's dope. That's dope, man. That's dope.
Well, I don't know what plans are near or what plans have been done, but
the secret you had, Killer.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Kinda, it's a little more than my shit, but I just want to wait till everything is done. Not what we talk about. It's a little extra piece to it. Because somebody reached out about it, and hypothetically, somebody reached out about it, and this person, I don't know, man. Because you know why? I'm just trying to be where you at and do something good for hip hop. I'm just on business. And the person who called me, or I didn't, through a third party when they found out that we was acquiring, or pardon me, allegedly. Hypothetically acquiring Dame's third, Roc-A-Fella, the Reasonable Doubt album. When they found out about it, their third party called out, and they was like, let me get that. And I'm like, yeah, because I'll put it like this. This is two heavyweights battling, two big heavyweights battling. Hit a nigga with a bomb, another nigga hit another nigga with a bomb.
I think the same person called me.
Another nigga hit him with a bomb. Then the nigga did some business shit and kind of put him under the wing on some business shit. So now the nigga he put under wing years ago on some business shit is like, I need that. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to be in the middle of all that, but it's definitely interesting.
That's why I said I'll be the hero instead of the villain. Because I thought to sell it to him would make me the villain.
I'm just here to do proper business,
man.
I'm not here. I have no feelings or emotion in it. Not even a little bit.
I was thinking. I'm just a kid playing.
And you a little devious to me. I'm just here to do things the proper way.
Yeah. Hypothetically, when I woke up, I said, this can't be real.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it either, to be honest with you. Well, look, I'm just here to do business the right way. That's pretty much
we
all
don't
I
want
can
no
say.
enemies. We just here to do good
listen, man. If you look, let me tell you something. A lot of people hate us, and they never gonna get over it. It's just they can't do nothing about it. At the end of the day, they gonna shake our hand, smile. And I'm not talking about nobody in particular. I'm talking about a lot of niggas in general.
Yeah.
We just ain't going nowhere. It just wasn't in the cards for us to be not here.
Yeah.
But this isn't about if you like us or not. This is about if you want to do business the right way. My line's available, and we're open to talk. We're definitely open to talk.
It's good for hip hop, you know?
Oh, it's definitely.
It's good for hip hop.
Yeah, listen, so a random could have got it.
Yeah.
A random could have got it.
Yeah.
So,
hypothetically. I'm just saving it from the vultures.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's in good hands. It's definitely in good hands, man.
All right.
Congratulations, hypothetically.
You owe me $1.
Yeah, I do owe you $1.
I told you we'd be back.
I definitely, if I had a single on me, you know what?
I told you we would be back. Back to you.
My bad. Sorry about
No,
that.
it's all good. That was a great answer. This is honestly a real life movie, but okay.
The movie ain't started yet.
It ain't started yet.
Movie ain't started yet.
Yo, my 2024 couldn't have been better.
This is a great start, yeah.
I don't have nothing in my runway. I'm just flying.
Yeah. You know,
God did his thing.
Yeah, you definitely
God did his thing.
Yeah, man.
Yo, I'm back with my childhood friend Killer.
That's a fact. But I one thing about things, and I'm not talking about this situation, I'm just talking about in general with people like us, it's like, and I don't mean it maliciously, I don't mean it bad, but you gotta know we gonna spend the block. You gotta know that, man.
You gotta know. You gotta know. Lazarus. They thought they buried us. Yeah. Lazarus, nigga.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And this is not towards anyone or anything. I'm just saying, when we're wrong, we know we're wrong. A lot of times we still kind of won't admit it, but in our heart we know we're wrong. But when we ain't do nothing wrong and niggas just fucking with niggas, it'd be like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about what we're talking about, just saying in general.
Just talking in general. That's when I said Lazarus, I mean in general. There's a lot of people that didn't think, Killer would be here. They didn't think I would be here.
Right, that's a fact.
And it's,
Lazarus,
man. Yeah. Call me Lazarus, man. You can't bury me nowhere, nigga.
Yeah, nigga.
You know what time it is.
Bury proof is crazy.
Yeah.
Burial proof is crazy.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, y'all. So the NBA is nearing plans for the Phoenix Suns to host the 2027 All-Star Weekend. In 2025, it will be hosted by the Warriors in the Bay. And in 2026, it'll be hosted by the Clippers in LA. Do you guys think it's a good idea to host these games in the West for 3 years in a row?
I think it is. I think it's really good because the places that is going, LA is going to be dope for 2025. I can think of all of the fun everybody's going to have. You got all you guys going to All-Star Weekend in LA, you got to have security because the robbery is going to be at an all-time high. But then once you get to 26 and you're in Golden State, that's another real nice place to have. I've never been to Golden State for an All-Star game, so I know that's going to be super lit. It's a place I definitely want to be, a place I definitely enjoy myself when I'm out there. Shout out to the Bay, shout out to Oakland, shout out to San Fran. I mean, everywhere out there has been like super dope for me. I can only imagine the type of party E40 would have out there and all of them. So shout out to the Bay. But when it gets to Phoenix, I think that's another city. But I think we had a Super Bowl not too long ago in Phoenix, and that went very well. You just don't want to get in trouble in Phoenix.
Is it fair? I'm not sure if it's fair, but I dig it. Shit was cold as fuck in Indianapolis.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? You keep going these East Coast shits during All-Star and you're going to freeze your ass off, and then I know it affects people's bottom line. So when you're having parties, it's not crowded, or when you're having events, it's not crowded, or so on and so forth. When I landed in Indianapolis, it was 9 degrees. I was perturbed, to say the least. So, is it fair? I don't know if it's fair. Do I understand? I totally understand, because, you don't want people to miss out on events to be cold. So LA, and that's another thing with these cities, like, don't get it fucked up. Like, Phoenix gets chilly in the winter, just like Vegas does. It's in the desert, you know.
Yeah.
The Bay Area, their weather's pretty consistent year round, 40 to 60. You know what I'm saying? So it isn't like it's hot. LA, you could have think about LA, it could be 80, it could be 40. We don't know. It's catch weather. But one thing that I will say is that Phoenix, I like Phoenix a lot. I really do. Scottsdale in particular. What I will say is Mase made a great point, but he didn't zero in on it enough. You will get robbed in LA and the Bay.
Yeah.
Niggas is coming to get you, bro.
Yeah.
And, you know, he touched on it, but I will emphasize.
Yeah.
They are coming to rob you when you get to LA and when you get to the Bay. Them Oakland niggas, the Richmond niggas, them San Francisco, they are coming to rob you. So don't come up there and be like, oh, the trolley, nice hills. And you will get yapped. And LA is listen, one thing I learned,
even while you sitting down to eat. Niggas in LA rob you while you sitting down to eat.
The pandemic was vicious.
You be outside just eating, thinking you cooling.
I was sleeping with an AR when I was living in LA a couple years ago during the pandemic, like, because it was too reckless. Like you said, I seen that video where somebody was eating. They just walked.
Nigga like, yo, let me get that.
Let me take that watch up off you. Everything. Then they just sat there, you know. So they will come get you. Not only that, they have a reputation for this shit. This is what they do without an all-star weekend. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's great cities to have it in. Don't get me wrong, it's just about moving right. But those are great cities to have it in. And I think that the weather is playing a big part of it because of it's just freezing during all-star time if you're not like in Miami or maybe Orlando, maybe. I'm trying to think of warm places. Even Atlanta gets a little chilly. You know what New York's about, Boston freezing. Charlotte gets chilly. I'm thinking of all the East Coast teams. And it gets chilly. It gets chilly. Detroit is freezing. It gets chilly. I think for weather-wise, it's good. I think they're going to have to figure it out eventually because it's not going to be fair to have it on the West Coast for a while. They're going to throw a tantrum, somebody on the East Coast soon. But I dig it. I understand it.
Okay, LiAngelo Ball is officially playing professional basketball in Mexico. How do you guys feel about him continuing his professional career?
I thought he was playing for the G League team from Charlotte, the Hornets.
Yeah, so he played with them in Summer League, and then he signed a non-guaranteed contract, and he was waived October 15th, 2022.
Yeah, I think that's crazy because one of the first games he had, I think that was Charlotte, where he had about 26 points at the first time that he started. So he's shown that he's not going to be any worse than, and I don't want to say any worse, you know, because I know my standards are high when it comes to professional sports. So sometimes people tell me my judgment is too sharp, but I'm speaking from an elite level. I'm really not supposed to be talking about LiAngelo Ball. I'm really supposed to be talking about other players. But since we're on this player, I think when it's all said and done, he makes the league. I think when it's all said and done, he'll be on a team and maybe he'll be a backup. I could see you, LiAngelo, getting a good contract with a good team. So keep up the good work. Keep working hard and keep being a dog like your dad said. I know your dad said that 2 of his sons will make it to the NBA, but I got 3. I want to be the first one to go on the record and let you know that I believe you're going to make a team and I believe you're going to make a real difference. And shout out to you, your new baby, Nikki, and everybody else.
Dad said that they always gonna make it at one time unless he changed his stance. So what, he went from 3 to 2?
Yeah, he started saying 2s.
Okay. I remember when they was in when Lonzo was in college, he said he's gonna have all 3 of his kids. I just know it gotta be tough at the dinner table, man. When y'all go home for Thanksgiving and Christmas, the jokes got to be wild on LiAngelo. Because everybody else is in the NBA. You know, how's it going in Mexico? Speaking Spanish yet?
No, but I think they're a good family. Like, they all on the same page. I don't think he wants for anything. Like when it comes to that type of family, because they work from the mud. Even though his brothers probably ended up better, they're like, like when brothers are brothers.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you, but inside Joe, look, I think one of the best, and TV wise, we only know from television or the internet and so on and so forth. I think the best brotherhood, funniest. I love to watch them, whether it's a commercial, game analysis, etc. Are the Manning brothers, Peyton and Eli. I love watching them.
Yeah.
But you could tell. You could tell.
It's a conversation.
2 Super Bowls was fluke, Eli. You know damn well. If the niggas didn't catch that, then you got to realize Eli had 2 before Peyton, and Peyton's supposed to be this great quarterback.
Yeah.
If you that nigga.
I know this the one you looked at, Dad, but I'm really the one.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think, when I say that, I don't think it's malicious.
Oh, okay,
I don't mean it as malicious as bum-ass nigga, more of a playful shit. Like, I would do it. Like if you, because you know why? You said a great point. It ain't like he ain't gonna be fucked up. And if he needs something, I'm pretty sure they got him. But it do gotta hurt. It ain't about a financial situation. It's one of them, damn, niggas made it, man. What the fuck? I didn't, and then it hurts even more probably when you saying stats like you just named. I had 26. I was averaging 17. I was doing this. My stats look better than Melo. Shit that you yell out like that, so I can imagine when I say the dinner conversations, because it's fun and jokingly. I don't think it's non-malicious at all. But I would love to pay to see that. With the LaVardia, I would really love to pay and see what their dinner conversation is like at this present moment.
I think that's like, honestly, I think that's like me, you, and other niggas from Harlem. It's like 2 niggas really had the glory on them, like, and it when somebody got the glory on them. It's not anything you tried to make happen. It's just the way it was meant to go. And then there's other niggas that could have the same success, but they have to work much harder. Like a nigga 6'6" at the point guard, he doesn't have to work that hard. But then you 6'3" at the 2 guard, you got to do way more work.
Yeah, listen.
That was God chose that.
Yeah, what I'm saying is this. It's kind of, and that's a great example. If you want to use us two, and I don't mean this no way because he's a reoccurring name on this show at least twice a month, but it's like me and you, and then it's Jingles.
Yeah.
Jingles good. He good at where he at, but you know he played for. And you know who he played for. So that's what I'm saying. If me, you, and Jingles was sitting here, eating dinner, and we having a conversation, you know what the conversation gonna go like. You're gonna say you have 40, wherever you have 40, and this, that, and third. Leangelo is Jingles.
Yeah, he's the player.
Yeah, he's the player.
And then there's Gauchos and Riverside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
everybody know them too.
Yeah. So, but that don't mean he's not good. That don't mean that Jingles was good.
He just gotta work much harder.
Right.
I would love to hear Jingles' response to that. But
you know what's crazy? Jingles would be on Instagram tomorrow morning and be like, I'm telling you, every time he brings his name, he be like, why are these niggas fucking with me? I'm not even bothering nobody. Every morning he's on the gram when we bring his name up.
I didn't say that. Killer said that this time.
He agreed. He understood.
Didn't deny it.
Yeah, he understood where I was coming from. Jingles told me Chili gave him 72 points. I can't talk to him after that.
Yeah.
72 is wild, B.
Yeah, God bless Chili Jones.
Yeah.
Okay. On Monday, the Knicks versus Pistons had a crazy game ending as the Knicks beat the Pistons 113-111. At the post-game presser, Pistons coach Monty Williams asked, "Where's the New York media now? The absolute worst call of the season. We've done it the right way. We've called the league. We've sent in clips." What do you guys think about his concerns and then him speaking out to everybody about the missed foul?
I think this is amazing because, I mean, He's coaching Detroit, right? This is the game they should have won against a very scorching New York's team. And when I think of this situation, the ref even said they got the call wrong. But I don't know, what does that mean towards the game? Does that give them a victory or does it not? So it's kind of a weird situation. And that's just all I can say. At this point, Detroit don't have games they can afford to lose any more of. So when they get this close to winning, they definitely need their W. But he said he sent it in. He said this is an abomination. He said you can't miss that in an NBA game, period. Now he's using Young Miami terms. So I really don't know how to take this. Shout out to Young Miami. Killer, what you think?
Stop crying.
Stop crying?
Yeah,
it's like what Shaq told Kanye, right? He said, stop crying, man. Stop leaving it in the ref's hands.
Sorry about that. I was just looking at some stats from the game. Look, that don't even really matter. That ain't what we told. I didn't even know it was that close of a game. That's why I was catching.
Yeah, it was 105, 103.
It's 113.
Oh, 113.
111. I'm gonna go beyond this game. And I seen something probably a month ago because the Knicks got jerked on the call against Atlanta or Toronto, somebody about a month ago, and they were complaining. And the legitimate question is what Mase just asked. What happens after the refs admit that they messed up? Okay, cool. And what they say is that it's a lot of things that go on with referees that get reprimanded that the public don't know about. Like, if you mess up on calls, I don't know the amount of time, let's just say 7, 8, you won't coach in the playoffs. Or you won't coach in the championship.
You won't ref in the playoffs.
Right, pardon me, absolutely, I'm sorry. You won't ref in the playoffs. So as much as the public be like, oh, he fucked up and they said sorry, say sorry, behind scenes, these referees are getting penalized and it'll cost them money moving forward if it's an obvious call they missed or even a minute that they missed the call, because when you coach in the, Paul, I keep saying coach, when you ref in the playoffs, it's extra money. When you ref in the championship, it's extra money. The more you ref, the more you get paid. So it's not publicized a lot because what the NBA and the NFL don't want to happen is people, or especially not people can say what they want. They don't want players and they don't want coaches talking bad about the referees. That's why they get fined so much when they do talk about referees. But behind,
so if they miss a call, then they should shoot free throws or something to see if that game they will win that game.
I don't know what the solution is. I'm not arguing that. I just don't know. I know what the answer is because, it depends. You may miss a call early in the game that has a deciding factor later on in the game, not just a missed call late in the game. What if something happened earlier that caused you 3-4 points and you lose by 1 or 2 points? I don't know the answer. I don't know how it goes, but this is happening a lot this year, and not just this year. It's just now that they're admitting it more.
Yeah, they got to fix this.
Yep. So, but just know that they are getting penalized. Does that mean the team is going to get their win back that they could have possibly won? I don't think so.
They giving out free wings in Detroit if they would have won the game. So a nigga that wanted his wings just messed his parlay up.
I ain't mad at that. I dig it. Listen, niggas offer Toronto dinner too for winning 3 games in a row. I don't really know what the correlation is with feeding people and winning games, but if that's where we at with it, more power to it.
Free wings at Wingstop. That's what it's looking like now, and they messed a lot of wings up.
Well, I'm saying even not just the fans. When Stat brought up that topic a month or 2 ago, however long ago it was, where the coach offered to buy the players dinner at Toronto if they won 3 games in a row. I don't think that's motivational when niggas is making millions of dollars.
So what would motivate them?
As a player?
Yeah.
Me?
What would have niggas going crazy?
Me, contract renegotiation. I'm going crazy on this shit trying to get to the re-up, nigga. Like, yo.
Yeah,
nigga,
an early re-up.
An
early re-up. We ain't got to wait to June.
Yeah,
if I go out there and cook Stephen Curry tonight.
Yeah, like that's what they got to see. When niggas be living for the moment and not realizing, okay, I'm in a 4-year deal. Maybe I could bullshit these first 2 years and go crazy my last 2. I don't know what niggas' mentality is.
You see how the All-Star game look for niggas' charity? Niggas ain't really playing hard for that.
Exactly. So when to me, like for instance, and I'm not badgering, I'm not being funny or nothing, because I know sometimes we make a lot of jokes or whatever with them, but like seriously, all jokes aside, what is Ben Simmons?
What's gonna motivate him?
Not motivate him. What does his contract situation look like moving forward when this contract is up? Who wants him? And if you do want him, who's going to pay him? You're a liability at this point, and you're not trustworthy to be available for games, whether it's true or not, mental health, whether you really have a pinched nerve, etc. All that could be well and fine and true. But do I want to invest if I'm the Utah Jazz, if I'm the Portland Trail? How you gonna
bring Ben Simmons into that, killer?
Because you're asking what motivates people, and then when I brought money up, I was saying maybe money motivates people, and then I was saying that if it's your contract that motivates you, a person like Ben Simmons who hasn't been playing good, his contract is going to be up, I think, not next season or the season after. If you're a team that's trying to build a rebuild, do you want a 6'10" guy that's not going to shoot, or your back of your brain as a GM, are you going to say, this guy was a 3-time All-Star. Maybe he needs a fresh start. Maybe I'm willing to take a chance on him. And that's how I brought him up, because we was talking about what motivates players. And I'm saying, damn, it doesn't seem like a contract is even motivating him. So that's why I brought him up.
Oh, okay.
And that's a good point about the food incentive, because on both ends, I don't understand why that's the way to get us to want to do something, which is really crazy when you say it out loud. Yeah. So my next question, kind of on the same topic, is obviously we're seeing now that refs are admitting when they're making mistakes. Would you prefer them admitting their wrongs, or does this make you just distrust them more? Would you rather them keep quiet, or do you like when they actually come out and say, yeah, I messed up?
Yeah. I'll say this after I say this. Cam is hating on Ben Simmons. You hating on Ben Simmons, killer?
You like what Ben Simmons is doing?
No.
Are you hating on him? No. All right, then. I feel the same way you feel. But feelings mutual.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on Ben Simmons. I'm actually not. I'm just trying to figure out. And this is a realistic question. This ain't even.
No, that's true.
No, I'm asking you. And this ain't like without the hate or whatever. You're a GM, and Ben Simmons is a free agent. And let's just say, let's use Portland, for example.
Yeah.
Let's just go Portland. Portland and Utah. Two teams that's not really doing that well. Ben Simmons is a free agent. Do you want him? And if you do want him, what are you paying him?
I'm not paying him anything.
You hating.
Everything.
Why you hating on Ben Simmons?
No,
why you hating on Ben Simmons like that? That's
let the GM talk. Let the GM talk.
I was just wondering.
When I'm speaking, I would tell Ben Simmons his whole contract is going to be incentive based from day one or 10 days. After 10 days, because you know he check out every 11 days. He'll play for a few days and then disappear. So I know to remedy that.
I'm listening, Gio.
Incentives every 11 days. I definitely will have him checked out, too. I have him checked out. I think you got to check his brain out.
What were you paying him?
I'm really not paying him. If he wants to be here, he got to prove that he wants to be here. You got to give him
at least a veteran's minimum.
What's the veteran's minimum?
I think it's 1.4, 1.2.
I got 100 bands. 10 days. I got 100 bands.
Cash.
Cash. With no taxes. A tax-free 100 bands. I don't care who he's short with.
Yeah, listen.
He gonna have to show with Rich Paul, I'm telling you.
Rich Paul, is not his agent anymore.
Oh, he definitely. Then he might get half. He might get half of the 100 bands up front.
Yeah, listen, bro.
And then the other one when he complete the 10 days. I would not wire that money to his account.
So you hating on him?
No, I'm not. I'm observing.
Oh, so I can't observe. But you can, all right. Well, whatever you doing, I'm doing. However you feel about it, that's the same way I feel about it.
It's that. The question was about these reps. How do we feel about it, right? And when it comes to these reps, it's almost like when people tell you, I'm gonna take what they say when people mess up. They say, I take responsibility.
Accountability.
I take responsibility.
Okay.
I don't like to hear that without a reward. You know what I'm saying? So when niggas say, we saw this game, we made this mistake, and my bad, it's almost like, nah, nigga. Can I tell you a story, Killer? I don't think I ever told you this story. This is what Puff taught me. One time I walked in when I was fresh off the streets. I got signed to Bad Boy. I had these fresh Air Nikes on. And the nigga Puff had on Air Nikes too. Brand new. I made a mistake and stepped on his sneaker. And the dirt was on his laces, on his white Airs. I said, man, my bad. Because I had stepped in some dirt. You know, the nigga Puff came back, put his feet in the dirt, and stepped all over my sneakers. I said, yo, what are you doing? He said, my bad. I said, yo. The moral of the story is, nobody just want to hear you say you're bad, yo. When it costs me, it gotta cost you. So if it costs us a win, it should cost the refs a win.
That's a good analysis, a good analogy. That was pretty good. I would like to say that I do like it, though. I'm not gonna lie. I do like that they admit that they mess up. I'm not gonna lie. Because it'd be crazy if we're looking at an instant replay and something goes out of bounds and the whole world sees it and this nigga like, it didn't go out of bounds. And you're looking at it. You're dead ass looking at him. So is this not out of bounds? No, it's not. It's not out of bounds.
You remember when the nigga used to foul, they go like this?
Yeah. Exactly that way. Yeah, exactly.
The ref would run up to you, you swear he gonna call charge, he go block foul. He stand right in front of you.
Exactly. So I like that they admit it because when everybody knows what the call is, especially with this many cameras, this many replays, this many
pause, angles, man.
Yeah, angles, pause, and not only that, it's repeated on show after show after show after show on the highlights, and you got one nigga still talking about, y'all ain't seeing what I'm seeing. No, we is, bro. You ain't seeing what we seeing. So the fact that they are admitting it, to answer your question, I do like it.
Okay. In the comments, let us know how you guys feel about the refs in the NBA right now. We're going to go to break, and when we return, we will talk about Jason Tatum's comments to Doc in the All-Star game.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. My stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free. Why am I in this woman way?
Welcome back. Now let's get into our Underdog Fantasy picks of the day. Tonight, the Lakers will play the Clippers. Underdog Fantasy has LeBron James at 24.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Higher.
Clippers?
Yes.
You saw how he dunked on the GOAT last time.
Definitely seen that.
That was crazy. GOAT. You can't be letting this happen. I'm up here saying GOAT. Come on now.
Definitely seen that.
Highlight
shit. Yeah, 20. I'm going to go higher as well. I'm going to go higher.
Okay.
Bron was looking like a young nigga, pause on that play.
Yeah.
Okay, Anthony Davis is at 13.5 rebounds. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
Lower.
It depends on what outfit he comes in.
Okay.
If it's too much designer, he's probably gonna have higher. But I'm gonna go lower. Pause.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
When he
Kawhi.
wear a lot of designer, he turn up.
And Kawhi is at 4 assists. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
4 assists, higher. I'm going higher. I know Cam is not gonna go higher. I'm going higher. Cold Cam.
I'm going lower.
Okay. Download the Underdog Fantasy app and you can make your picks too. Okay, so during the All-Star game, it's reported Jason Tatum told Doc Rivers to give Jaylen Brown more minutes because he wanted to see him get MVP. Did you guys think that this was a good gesture by Jason Tatum, or do you think he should have just kept the minutes for himself?
This killer team. It's your team. This is your team. Ain't you from Boston now?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yesterday you
Never
was from
said
Boston.
that. I said that Boston
You could
has the
see them
potential to
winning
take
it
it all
all.
the way, but they are not my
Okay.
team. Got to make that very, very clear.
Cam keep talking about Porzingis. Let's see what he got to say.
I feel where Tatum coming from. The nigga who got MVP play for Doc. His player got the MVP. Damian Lillard plays for the Bucks. Doc Rivers coaches the Bucks.
So you saying Doc is hating on Dame? Hating on Jaylen?
I said what I said. Jason Tatum is rooting for his teammate to get MVP. Meanwhile, Doc's player that he's coaching got MVP.
Doc trying to save his job.
Job he ain't. Doc just got the job 2 weeks ago.
I know
job
he's
is
trying
security.
to work off half of the 40.
So
That's why he was letting them play.
answer the question is, I get niggas want their team to teammate to get MVP or they to get MVP, but I said that shit the other day when we was talking about that shit. It's mighty strange how Damian Lillard got the MVP as soon as Doc Rivers is coaching. You know, if I was, and I get it, it's rivalries among players in the All-Star game. Excuse me, but Tyrese Halliburton had a pretty decent game too, and he was home. You could have gave him some more minutes, gave him some more opportunity for him to win the MVP at home, considering he's having a pretty decent season. I think everybody got their own secret agendas when it comes to the All-Star game, if you ask me. Everybody has a secret agenda and is motivated by their teammates and their coaches and the people that they're cool with and who you could get some camaraderie with while you're there. If you're not there with your coach or another player from your team, it's lonely, unless you're cool with somebody when you're not playing basketball. But at the end of the day, I'm not mad at Jason Tatum for asking Doc. Was it realistic? Who knows? Doc is letting niggas just grab the clipboard and do whatever the fuck they want to do these days. So it wasn't a reach for him to ask.
I totally disagree with Cam on this. When you think about Tatum, this is what I mean about him being the guy to be the face of the league and to win the championship. Like, bro, you asking him to get MVP, you should be getting MVP. And I'm not against Tatum, but this is the mindset I'm talking about. Yo, put him back in so he can get MVP. I thought you was the face of the league. Do anybody hear this? Like, Jordan doesn't ask, can you put Scotty back in so he can get MVP? No, Jordan allegedly, I ain't gonna say allegedly, you know what happened.
What happened?
You know what happened.
I don't know. A lot of shit happened. Which part you talking about?
The one you thinking.
I wasn't thinking anything. That's a great point. I dig it, but I just think, and I'm totally agree with you, but I just think my opinion is that All-Star game was so lackluster in defense that it was just so, bro, I didn't even watch that whole shit. Once shit was like 100-something at halftime, I'm like, what is niggas doing? Every play was a 3-on-1, a 4-on-2. Nobody's playing no defense. That shit was whack. I seen a lot of players after the game, Trae Young, Donovan Mitchell, and everything. You know what they suggested? They suggested that niggas get one of the niggas from Rucker or Kingdom or Dykeman to talk during the All-Star game while they're talking. This is Donovan Mitchell and Trey Young saying that maybe that'll get niggas hype when you got niggas talking while you bring the ball up. What do you think about that?
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Because then you would have to play.
Yeah, because niggas say, here comes Ice Tray up the court. Here he is.
Ice Tray the gang.
Yeah, Ice Tray the gang up the court. It looks like Russell doesn't want to play defense. Or, when you do that, that was a great suggestion. That's why I want to get your opinion. But that would put pressure on niggas to play pile. Maybe, who knows? Who knows? But I'm not against that.
Yeah, that's actually a great idea, especially with social media nowadays, just to have those clips replaying and you're actually not doing well. Like, that would be a perfect solution. So also speaking of trying to find solutions, there's discussion the NBA competition committee will begin looking into whether the game became too tilted to offense. Do you think that this should be looked into? And then what solutions do you think could be made? So not even just for all-star, regular season games as well.
Who said this? Joe Dumars?
Well, just the NBA competition committee. It's been.
I think it's time to let them play better defense, for real. I mean, when you think of the game, because if you don't, it's going to be up to 300. And I think they're making it so friendly, so offense friendly that people are not being able to see people really compete, because all you're really warring against is offense. But when you start allowing people to really play defense, like they should be able to play in the at least the playoffs, if you're not going to let it happen in the regular season, at least let the playoffs, let the teams win it. I used to love when refs say that. Well, today, fellas, we're going to let y'all win it. I like that kind of game, because then that means it's my will against his will. It's not the ref bailing him out because he's a star player or this player. We just going to throw the ball up and the winners are going to win.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really hard to tell that the game is totally offensive driven and it's too ticky-tacky on defense. You swipe the ball. Like, it disgusts me so much when the referees go over to see if it's a flagrant foul on a regular foul. Like when somebody goes up for the layup and they're like, oh, wait a minute, let's go see if that was a flagrant.
Flagrant like, 2 or flagrant 3.
Yeah,
you're like, bro.
Yo, bro, that shit was a regular foul.
A regular hard foul.
Yeah, I hate that shit. Like, yo, bro, why are we going to the scores table to see if a regular foul is... And then sometimes they do say it's flagrant. And I'll be like, what's flagrant about that? That is not a flagrant foul. And then the flopping became involved when you start just flopping around. You know what I'm saying? What I will say about the NBA is that I do like it has been less of that in the last year or two, because they said they're fining them. So if they go back and see that you're flopping, they're going to fine you. So we haven't seen as much flops this past year and a half because the NBA said, all right, we know what to do with you niggas. Well, if we go back and see...
niggas 30 racks.
Yeah, because y'all niggas flopping.
Yeah.
Exactly. So...
That's true. I haven't seen nobody flopping this season.
Yeah, because they get fined for doing that shit. So if they figured that out, I think that they could figure out a way for the game to still be... you want to see points. You want it to be action-packed, but you don't want it to be just let a nigga go to the basket because you're scared that you'll get a technical or you'll get a flagrant foul or you'll get fouled out the game. Is just too fucking soft on defense, and it's ridiculous. So I do hope that they fix it.
Yeah, I do like that rule about for the shooter letting them land, though, because niggas used to get crazy. Niggas was low bridging. Niggas was getting crazy with that.
I like that too.
So they had to put that in.
So we're going to talk about Russell Wilson. He details his contract situation with the Broncos on I Am Athlete. He said he got a call detailing he would be benched, but not because of play, for the injury guarantee in his contract. They wanted him basically to delay the guarantee. And the Broncos never directly talked to him. All this communication was through his agent. So now basically in that sit-down interview, he was opening up about it. What do you guys think about the way the situation was handled?
Wow. How much money did he lose with that?
If he were to have gotten injured, his injury guarantee was $37 million.
If he would have got injured?
Yeah.
So why didn't he get injured?
I don't have an answer for that.
Hey, if you make that, Larry, if you make $37 million, if you get injured, is something wrong with you? Huh? Yeah, yeah, you're right. That was a great answer, Larry. Thank you, Larry. Larry, you surprised me, Larry. I owe you an offering for preaching that sermon, Larry. That was great, Larry. Larry, you surprised me, Larry. There's some good in you, Larry. Yeah. Larry said, as a man of God, you're right. So God got to bless you. Russell Wilson, God got to bless you with $37 million for keeping it real. That's a good thing. So there are some good Christians out there.
That was a good answer, Larry.
Yeah, Larry, that was really profound, Larry.
It's really about Russell Wilson versus Sean Payton. And it's looking like they're leaning more towards Sean Payton. We talked about this at the beginning of the football season. Them two niggas wasn't getting along in training camp.
Yeah, he told them stop kissing the babies, right?
100%. Then they wasn't getting along in preseason. And it extended in through the season. Now, I believe Sean Payton is at a point, and I don't know who their backup quarterback is or who's coming in next for us, but I would definitely say that he's over Russell Wilson, Sean Payton, that is. And it's just a tug of war between the coach and the quarterback. They both have a Super Bowl apiece. I think Sean Payton has a little more leverage than Russell Wilson simply because he was the primary coach for Drew Brees all them years. And I know they only won one Super Bowl together, but Drew Brees' numbers were astronomical until certain people, whether it's Tom Brady or others, came to pass his record. But when he was, the last 2 years, he was breaking every record possible for a quarterback. So I believe Sean Payton goes into offices, a GM's office or the owner and says, listen, when I have the right quarterback, you see what I do. He's not getting on the same page. So I believe it's a tug of war between
So
those
is
two.
Russell Wilson hurt?
No.
He's not hurt. They supposed to give him $37 million for this upcoming season.
If he were to get injured.
How does that make sense?
That was an injury guarantee in his contract, and they basically wanted him to push it back to a later date.
So he had to get injured to get his money?
Mm-hmm.
How is he going to play if he's injured?
Sounds like a good contract to me.
Sounds like they don't want him to play.
Yeah, they don't want him to play. They want him to take the money and get.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Oh, I get it now. Because that's why I said the answer I stated. I was like, we want you to get the money, get hurt.
Well, if he doesn't get hurt, that's the question. How much money does he get if he doesn't get hurt? That's the real question. And it may be more than 37. That's why they're saying, I don't know. I'm just saying
They just need him out of there.
Yeah, that's the real question. How much is it? Let's Google that so we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
What is Russell Wilson stand to make in the 2024-25 season? That's the real question.
Yeah, because I thought he was supposed to make $37 million for that year. Yeah.
So 2024, he's supposed to make $35 million, and then 2025, he's supposed to make $49.6 million.
That's why they want him to take the 37 and
Get hurt.
Yeah.
Get hurt and take the 37.
Right, exactly.
But like Larry said, he's a man of God. He can't lie. He needs his 49.
49. At 49.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the point.
Yeah.
They can say, we'll give you 37 not to play.
Yeah, we give you 37 and you go on as many trips as you like.
Nigga said, I'm showing up to all 17 of these games. I need the
showing
49.
up. Yeah, you definitely showing up. If you made about 400, 500 million, 500,000 a game, you showing up.
Shit,
Or $1 million.
It's more than
Matter
that.
of fact, more than that.
Yeah, if you get 49 million, 17 games in the season, you're making over $2 million a game.
Yeah. He's showing up. He's making about $3 million a game. He need to be at all the games.
17 times 2 is 34.
Yeah. It's almost 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Almost $3 million a game. I'm showing up early. I'm going to be at the warm-ups.
It's about 2.8 a game. I'll be there.
Yeah. Stretched and falls and everything.
Yeah, it's a fact.
$3 million.
It's a fact.
And then, sorry, just to add, so the $37 million injury guarantee for 2025 will become fully guaranteed in March. And so he'll get that 37 if he's healthy or not, but that's if he remains on the roster by the March 17th deadline.
Oh, so they doing everything in their power to get him out of there. That's sad.
How much you get if they don't want people on the roster? It's a lot of variables with this that we don't really have. We should have done some more homework before we talked about this because it's a lot of variables. If you're on the roster, you don't get the 37, they cut you. How much do you get? That's, it's a lot of questions that need to be answered.
So basically, because I'm getting at the same time, they'll owe him $39 million. He's guaranteed this season, but keeping him, they would have a cap hit of around $90 million split over 2 seasons, and then the $37 million guaranteed for 2025. But that doesn't stay if he's cut by that March deadline.
Yeah, that's what I said. They got to get him out of there. According to Sean Payton, allegedly, they need him out of there. Y'all are not moving fast enough.
Well, I guess we'll wait and see what happens next for Russell Wilson. Okay, and then last topic before we wrap. After some Miami Heat players face suspension after an altercation in the Heat versus Pelicans game, Jimmy Butler had a watch party for the game. What do you think about him hosting a watch party for the suspended players?
I spoke to that nigga last night who said he choked out Jimmy Butler, man. Lenny Cook called me with that nigga.
For real?
We was together, wasn't we?
Oh yeah, that's the guy that said he want to fight.
Yeah, he said he wanted to
tell Jimmy I want to fight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and I was bugging out. I'm like, why is he calling us talking about he want to fight Jimmy?
Yeah, he said he wanted to fight Jimmy Butler. That's what I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
I was bugging, yo. I called a nigga last night, man. I mean, Lenny called me last night, and I didn't know what was going on. But
yeah, I got upset.
What's his name? Nazi? What's homeboy name? He still wants
Najee Marshall.
He want beef. And they called me last night. Put him on the phone. He's like, yo, tell your man I want to film with. I'm like, I don't even have a relationship with, hello? I don't even have I'm trying to call a nigga now.
Because Jimmy, he said he want the one-on-one fade.
Yeah, Lenny phone on the voicemail, but yeah. Having a watch party, why not? Look, you can't play, ain't nothing else you could do. People make a news out of anything. What else we want them to do? So what? He had a watch party. Wasn't a fight party.
Yeah, good thing he's staying focused on the game.
Yeah.
And watching the game to know what's going on. He could have been getting Wild Wings. He could have been at G5. What is it called? G5? Is that a club?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he could have been at G5. I know a little bit. Killing don't think I know what's going on out here. He could have been at G5 getting lemon pepper wings. You know? At least he's still thinking basketball.
Good point. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
Two big necks, like when they doing them 2 for $5.